LL Bean Flagship store in Freeport, Maine, on a road trip, a little bit of a vacation with my family from Tennessee. We picked up my father-in-law in Cape May, New Jersey, and spent a few days in Rhode Island, and have hit up Freeport, Maine. And you can see behind me the famous LL Bean boots, and just had fun hanging out here with some family today. It's Thanksgiving week, and we're going to be here to celebrate Thanksgiving, and that's a lovely thing. But today I had the chance to visit the store, which was pretty exciting, being the fact that I grew up in northern British Columbia, and my dad was a big game hunter all my life. He's since passed away, but I have a lot of memories of big game hunting with my dad, hunting for moose and elk. And my dad had many of these boots through my life, or a couple trustworthy ones that he wore out. And I've had at least two pair I can think of through my many years. And coming here was just really a beautiful thing today. I wish I could have shared it with my dad. He would have loved to have gotten a chance to see this historic place. I think it has been around since the early 20s. I saw a quote from the founder from like 1925, and I want to say it's even 1920. So over 100 years now that this company has been around. But it seemed really fitting to do just a short live video today to share just a couple thoughts about money and the whole idea of creating wealth, making money, getting wealth. The name of this channel is The Power to Get Wealth. And if you're new here, maybe you're not aware of it, but the name comes from a verse in the Bible, a simple one in an obscure passage in Deuteronomy 8:18 that says, "Remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealth, that you may remember the covenant that he swore to your forefathers, as it is this day." And that whole part of the power to get wealth has really stood out to me. I found for years that I just found that it was a challenge. In my early 20s, when I left home, I was living on a shoestring, and I could travel far on a shoestring, believe me, backpacking, globetrotting. But I wanted more resources. I wanted to make a bigger difference in the world, and I recognized that money had to do with impact. And the bigger the impact was, the more wealth you have, the more opportunity you have to make an impact. And so I was really humbled at some point and realized I needed to learn how to make money. I needed to learn the game of money. I really needed to learn what it was to, like, how to get money, because I had not had much of a financial education growing up. And it seemed like I was missing a lot and taking a lot of things for granted. And it was easy to just feel trapped where I was. And as I started pursuing it and pursuing that endeavor, getting around people that had made a lot more money than I had, and talked about money and thought about money different and acted toward money in different ways, it really challenged me. And along the way, I really started digging into the Bible and what the Bible had to say about wealth, because that was something pivotal for me. I really wanted to, for example, this verse was one of the key ones for me, because it reminded me of that old Chinese proverb that says, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, and feed him for a lifetime. And the truth is, growing up big game hunting with my dad, I learned early on how to hunt, and I learned to field dress moose and elk and even butcher them on our kitchen table growing up. And I knew how to feed my family if it came to that. I haven't hunted much since I've been in the States most of my adult life, but I had the power to hunt. I'm not a fisher person, but my husband has taught our boys how to fish, and they're coming along amazingly, learning how to fly fish. And that's something maybe one day I will pick up. But when I think of what it means to get the power, this verse of what it is to get the power to get wealth, or to increase your skills, what it did was it challenged me to recognize that wealth wasn't just a comer, like you either had it or you didn't. We have the capacity to increase and grow in our ability to get wealth. And so I, starting this channel is just sharing and doing this podcast. For me, this is just about sharing the insights that I've had along the way and what this journey has been for me, the keys that I found, many of them based on things in the Bible, but also just the insights and the stories and the people that have challenged me to think about money differently, because my heart is to help you in any way that I can to understand the game of money, to think about money differently, and maybe talk about money differently and act toward money differently, because I'm coming to realize that money and wealth is a very spiritual thing, and it all matters. It matters what we speak. It matters what we think. It matters what we do with the money that we have. And I honestly, doing videos like this, showing up in this space, isn't so much about growing a massive channel, growing in numbers of subscribers and followers. I really want to measure success by the money that's given away. Hearing stories of people being able to give hundreds and thousands of dollars away and tens of thousands. My dream would be to help 300 people give $1 million away. That's what I would like to see, because if you're going to give $1 million away, that means there's more than enough, that you have enough for yourself and your family, and you're not trapped in a dead-end job or the rat race in grinding away, doing things that you don't love and you're not good at, but you're finding your passion, you're using your gifts and your talents, and you're making a difference in the world. And from that surplus, you're able to give above and beyond, sometimes sacrificially giving. I've done that too. But my heart is just to see you prosper. My heart is to see you grow in those skills and just share the insights that I've had along the way. And so I wanted to just bring, I don't know, I've said this before in some of the early videos. It was a long time ago, but I just thought seeing these, the bean boots behind me, being at the LL Bean store just reminds me of hunting. It reminds me of my dad. It reminds me of how information is passed and education is passed on, and how much easier it is to get a leg up in the world and to go to the next level when you're around people doing what you want to do and who've been where you want to go. It's a whole lot easier if you're traveling to a new country, learning that language, to have a guide. It's kind of hard to figure it out when you don't know the lay of the land, you don't know the ins and outs, and you don't have someone translating things. And I've just been blessed to have people help me along that journey, and my husband and I. And wealth is a very relative thing, but we are rich in so many ways, and I just am excited to share these things in videos in the days ahead, and through live videos and the pre-recorded stuff. But anyway, I just think I might as well just show you the beautiful backdrop. They have a gorgeous courtyard here that's all done up. And honestly, I was here. This is my third time doing this video. I had some failures earlier. And, I feel like it's even pertinent to say that I am learning. I'm getting on these different platforms, figuring out how to do videos, figuring out how to publish broadcasts. Doing live videos in itself is a whole different world. And, I'm learning new skill sets. I'm getting the power to do videos. I'm getting the power to do broadcasts. I'm getting the power to build a YouTube channel, to build and figure this business out just as much as the other businesses we have. And so, it's not comfortable, it's awkward, and, everything doesn't always work out like we hope, but you push yourself and you step out of your comfort zone, and that's where the magic and the change happens in life. And so I hope, if anything, this channel will be a place to encourage you and challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, to try new things, and discover the rewards on the other side of it. And the one I want to leave you with today is to just really think about this idea of what it takes to get the power to get wealth. And hopefully I can fuel your journey as you grow in that capacity. So I'll see you on the next video. I wish you a great Thanksgiving, and I hope your travels and your time, well, first of all, I just really hope you have someone or more than one person to share and celebrate this season if you're in America, and that you would be blessed and surrounded by people that care and love for you, and that you would, I don't know, just take time, even if you're not here celebrating Thanksgiving, that in this moment you would just take time to recognize what you're thankful for and the people that have made a difference in your life. And even though my dad has long since passed, this was just a moment to do a video, even if it's only my boys that watch it one day, to remember his impact on my life and some of the little things that he taught me along the way that have gotten me so far. So with that, I bid you adieu.